his shoulder, dislocated shoulder, went back in easy, but the prognosis of him being fit and very, very, very best case scenarios, he might be able to get for the first test. So it looks like he's going to go and get scanned, but we just had a chat and we're looking that we're going to have to replace him.
Say replace him, does that mean that Alun-Wynn wouldn't travel down at all to South Africa? Yeah. His tour is effectively over.
That's right.
Which is obviously devastating news.
Yeah, and very disappointing, but he's been around rugby long enough, and he's going to be gutted. But yeah, it is very disappointing for him, and so look, and but it's kind of like one of those things you've got to put that behind you and move on as quickly as you possibly can. It's pretty much made. I was speaking to the physios, and they've spoken to Alun-Wynn and sort of relayed. He understands that, like I said, very best case scenarios that he may get back for the test, but we need to call someone in and get him PCR tested and hopefully be able to get him on the flight with us tomorrow.
Do you know who that is yet?
We're discussing a couple of names at the moment, just with the coaches. I was doing that, was a priority, but unfortunately I got called away to do a press conference, so I'm kind of I'm going back to finalise that after I've spoken to you guys, and we'll make that call and have a discussion about who comes in, and then also potentially who's going to sort of take over as tour captain as well.
Will you appoint a tour captain, or will you appoint a match-by-match captain for the next couple of weeks or couple of games?
I don't know yet. We haven't even really discussed that, so it's very, very early days for us, and we'll just get over the disappointment with Alun-Wynn, and we'll make a decision whether we need to appoint someone to replace him to captain, or like you say, or we've got a leadership group that are pretty experienced. So it's not something that urgently needs to be done, but we're just aware of who potentially steps into that role.
Thank you. Well, are you
running a bit shock? It's probably one of the sort of worst case scenarios you could have had, isn't it?
Sorry, I missed that. What was?
Is everyone a bit shock about it? It's probably one of your sort of worst case scenarios that could have happened today, isn't it?
No one's in shock, because if you're in shock and you kind of reflects back into the whole squad, and we understand that things are different. We've got to be fluid, we've got to be able to move on, we've got to be able to react and make decisions, and that's kind of the only way you can deal with it. If you kind of go into a shock scenario and look as though you're panicking about it, well, that's going to reflect, I think, badly on us. So look, it's disappointing for Alun-Wynn. It's disappointing if Justin Tipperick is not right, but we've just got to go right. Let's make the right decisions and do that as quickly as we possibly can, in the calmest way that we possibly can as well.
And are you confident you do have a lot of strong leaders in the group, and you do have fitting candidates to replace Alun-Wynn as captain?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, we've got some experience and some good young blood, and so 8 of those got to play the first time today for the Lions, and we've got some experience from the last couple of tours and experience from the last tour as well. So yeah, we've got a nice balance at the moment, and a fantastic group of men that have been with us the last couple of weeks, and yeah, so I think there'll be a lot of people who could step in to fulfil some of those roles.
And can you just confirm, will Alun-Wynn go back to Wales, go home to Wales, or will he fly out with you tomorrow still?
No, go back to Wales.